Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Paralegal Certificate Course Informational Webinar from CLS by BARBRI. We'll get started here in just a moment to allow time for everyone to join us. Our webinar today will start with a presentation from our Business Development Director, Stephanie Elio. Following that, we'll be here for about 15 minutes to answer your questions live. So please be sure to put your questions as you have them in the Q&A feature below, and either one of our enrollment counselors working in the background here will answer you directly, or we'll address it during the live Q&A. And if we don't get to your question, don't worry, we'll give you all of our contact information for you to reach out to us after the webinar. With that, I'm going to introduce Stephanie from CLS, who will get our presentation started today. Take it away, Stephanie.
Thanks, Emily, and welcome to all of you. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to join us and get some information about the Paralegal Certificate course. Before we get started, I want to go over some really quick, very simple ground rules. Everyone is here for the same purpose today, and that's to learn about this program. So if you do ask a question, be sure and make it relevant and be kind. We will get to everyone to the best of our abilities. We are going to, if you don't, by the way, we may ask you to leave. We've never had to do that, and we hope today is no exception. Today, we're going to learn about CLS by BARBRI. We're going to learn about different formats that this course is offered in, 3 different formats in the online delivery. We'll go over them in detail for you. A little bit about the course overview, the learning outcomes, what you'll actually learn, what this completion of the training will yield you in terms of a certificate, a badge, etc., what the career outlook looks like, and we will talk about how to actually enroll. Let's go ahead and dig in. So who are we? We are formally known as the Center for Legal Studies. We are actually founded in 1980, so we're moving into our 42nd year. We've been doing this a very long time. We partner directly with the continuing education and professional development departments at accredited college and universities across the nation. A couple of years back, we actually became part of BARBRI Global, which has been great for us, and it's great for you. BARBRI is one of the world's leaders in legal education, distance training, and certification. If you're not familiar with the BARBRI name, I guarantee you that your next employer or your current employer, if they're an attorney, they are. BARBRI's main line of training is in preparing law graduates to sit for their bar exams. So, as I mentioned, your employer has most likely heard of BARBRI, and we're hoping to help you enter the legal field or continue your career training if you're already working there. Some reasons to enroll in this course would be, we do have one of the most affordable paralegal training programs in the world. We offer flexible formats, which we will discuss in detail today. The credibility of our training is unsurmountable. We have been doing this, like I said, for 42 years. Our graduates get jobs. They are very successful in leaving, and they're able to display practical, applicable job skills. Our courses are all taught by experienced professionals that actually currently work in the field. They are seasoned, licensed attorneys or extremely high-ranking paralegals that not only have the professional experience, but teaching experience on top of that. We do offer many courses, not just the paralegal certificate. You can certainly view our full catalog on our website at www.legalstudies.com. We have things like advanced paralegal, which we're going to touch on just a little bit today, but we have also have a software essentials class where you can actually do hands-on training with the software programs that are used in the legal industry. We have legal secretary course, this paralegal course we're talking about today. We do legal investigation and a slew of others like victim advocacy, legal nurse. Like I said, please go to our website if you're interested in that full catalog. All of our curriculum, no matter which course it is always designed and updated to remain on pace with the current industry. The online learning format. So previously, you know, before this year, we offered the course in our standard online, which was offered 6 times per year, 14-week online class. You had classmates, you had a dedicated instructor, and you're done, earn the certificate in 14 weeks. 100% online, 24/7 access, etc. We also did, in some cities, a live lecture where students were able to go on campus and participate. In the event of the pandemic, we had to kind of pivot that. We have taken our live classes on campuses and now moved them to Zoom classes. We've taken our standard online, which we still deliver and we will talk about, but we've added something that's kind of in between, and that's our new flex format we're going to talk about today, specifically designed for that more self-paced learner. So there are 3 formats available for this course currently today, and let's start talking about our first one. Right to the next slide. Option 1, that standard traditional online format. It is our most popular. It always has been. It continues to be. Courses start every 8 weeks, and the next one begins on March 7th. We offer this standard online format 6 times per year. It is delivered in 2 7-week sessions. The tuition pays for both sessions. You're assigned into a class with usually caps out at about 30-35 students max per individual instructor. We do work very hard to keep that student teacher ratio low. There's built-in discussion forums where you can participate with classmates and do bulletin board discussions. There's built-in email tools for communication with your instructor and your peers. It is, in that 14-week program, designed on a weekly basis. So students do have 24/7 access to our online portal. We use Moodle. If you've ever done an online class before, maybe delivered in Canvas or Blackboard, or maybe you've taken a Moodle class. It's a very common platform. It's extremely user-friendly. And our students, once registered, have 24/7 access to it while their class is in session. So with this 14-week program, you would start on a certain day and end on a certain day, but you never have to be logged into the system at any particular time of day. So when class starts, the next one, for instance, March 7th, you'd be issued a username and a password, granted 24/7 access for that 14 weeks. Your instructor will post what your written and reading assignments are on Monday morning. Students can log in at any point in time, get that information, and complete their assignments by the deadline, which is typically Sunday night. So you are kept on a steady schedule to complete assignments week by week, and at the end of 14, you've completed, successfully earned your certificate. So that is option 1, standard online format. You still got flexibility, but you start on a date that we set, and you end at the end of 14 weeks, and you're doing things week to week. The new format, you still have access to that online 24/7 Moodle platform, just as user-friendly as the other. You're learning the exact same curriculum as you would in the standard online class. The big difference is there is no set start date. You decide when you start. So if you're self-motivated, you don't want to wait until March 7th to start or the session after. You could literally start today or tomorrow. This flex format is self-paced. You're not in a class with 30 to 35 other students. You're in a class by yourself. You move along the curriculum at your own pace, and you're given 6 months to do that. So you could actually move faster or slower than the traditional 14-week online course. You determine your own schedule. You're still going to have that dedicated instructor. The communication tools are the same. The assignments are the same. The tuition and books are the same. The difference is timing, when you start, and the speed in which you move through the course. It gives you more control over that aspect. And then we've got our third option, which is our live lecture that pre-pandemic was held on campuses in classrooms. That is now held on Zoom. It is an 8-week class where you are not only required to have a certain start and end date for your entire program, but you need to be live on your Zoom camera for the class times, which are held a couple hours on weeknights and then a couple hours on the weekend for 8 weeks. Our live lecture Zoom classes, students are required to be in attendance for 80%. So you could get some things recorded, but you are required to be present. Attendance is mandatory. And if that's the way you learn, you really want to be able to watch those interactive discussions, be able to raise your hand, speak, see the instructor, see your classmates, then this may be a format for you. We do have live lecture Zoom classes starting all over the country this coming weekend. There are 3 sets of schedules throughout the year. The spring classes, which are starting the 14th and 15th of February. This coming weekend, enrollment is still open for them. The next ones will be over the summer, and then there will be a group of them in the fall. We currently work with about 150 schools, and about half of them are participating in the live lecture Zoom format. So they're based on time zone. We have a Pacific time zone class, Mountain, Central, Eastern. If you have any questions about which one is the best fit for you, you can certainly call our enrollment counselors. They're available to speak with you. This one is for the person that really wants the highest level of connectivity with the instructor and their classmates and has the flexibility to be in their office on their computer, however it may be, but physically be present to be on camera and in the Zoom class. So just a quick little recap. We've got the standard online, which is 14 weeks, delivered over 2 7-week sessions with set start and end dates, and you have weekly assignments. We have the online flex program, wherein you have 6 months to complete the course, and it is entirely self-paced. Your 6-month clock starts ticking when you register. We will send out your access by the next business day. As soon as your books are delivered, you can go ahead and dive into that flex class. And then the live lecture Zoom, wherein you are on a schedule where attendance is mandatory. Course grading, time commitment. It's going to be the same no matter which format you select. We want everybody's a little bit different, and we truly want you to select the format that is right for you. In regards to the grading, the time commitment, we require not only for this course, but every course we teach that students have a 70% or better score on every assignment they do. That means every test, every quiz, every assignment. There is no cumulative grading. The reason for that is this is a job skills training program. When you leave it, we want you to be successful in the field. You cannot be successful in a new job or a current job if you're really good at some skills and not so good at others. So there's no scores added together. 70% or better on each. So first question that probably comes to mind is, what happens if I bomb one? I don't do well on a test. I don't do well on a quiz. It's not the end of your world. You will receive feedback from your instructor, and you'll have an opportunity to redo it. We are very vested in helping you to be successful, and we will help you to do that. The online discussion forums are required participation in either the live lecture Zoom or the standard online format. There are in the flex class, because you are self-paced, and you're in a class on your own, you don't do the discussion forums, you actually do something called a reflection assignment. So you're still displaying that you understand the concepts. It's just delivered in a little bit different way because everybody's at a different spot in their course. All of these courses, regardless of format, are designed for busy adult learners. We know you've got full-time jobs, spouses that need attention, kids underfoot, caring for adult parents. No matter what you've got going on in your life, this is doable. Students should expect to allocate about 8 to 12 hours per week toward their coursework. Now, if you choose the flex format, you've got 6 months to complete the identical curriculum that our live students do in 8 weeks or our standard online people do in 14. So you can certainly change that hourly commitment per week. But whichever one works for you is what we're going to recommend. If you are spending more than 20 hours per week, unless you're really on a fast train and you want to do flex and get it done much faster than 8 or 14 weeks, the other formats, if you're spending more than 20 hours per week, I'm going to tell you from experience, you're probably overthinking something. You're probably on the wrong track with an assignment. So you need to communicate with your instructor. They are not there to penalize you. They are there to help you. And they will certainly take the time to help you get back on track and make this manageable. We also provide ongoing administrative and technical support for all of our students. CLS is open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, standard business operating hours. That's all on Central Time. We've got enrollment counselors, we've got customer service personnel, we have program managers. If you need us, we will be there to help you, either via phone, email, and there are also communication tools that are in the Moodle platform. Not only on our website can you see testimonials from students that have already taken this course, and some of them are very candid. They'll tell you exactly how they felt about the course and some things that they're doing afterward. You can review a slew of awesome reviews from our students, which we are very proud of each and every one of them on our social media channels, either through our YouTube channel or our Facebook page. There's a lot of extra reviews for you to read. So we've talked about formats, and we've discussed the fact that regardless of which format is the best fit for you, you're still going to be learning the same things. The curriculum's identical. So let's talk about what you're actually going to learn in this program. On our website at www.legalstudies.com, we volunteered the syllabus for every single course we offer before you register. Every syllabus is a complete document, and it will show you all the learning objectives. We want you to know what you're going to learn in this program before you register. Make sure this is what you want to be learning. So for the paralegal certificate, it goes over contracts. You're going to learn how to do professional legal research and legal writing. You will create legal documents, civil procedures, ethics. Ethics is a component of every course we teach. This is the legal industry. And we train you from starting now that our ethics are incredibly high, and we expect yours to be as well. So that will be a component in any course you take with us. The course goes over legal citation, evidence, torts, all critical skills to be a successful paralegal. In that online flex, there are some interactive assessments. You're not going to be actually watching somebody speak on Zoom like the live class, but there are recorded video lectures for you. There are formative assessments for you to self-assess your learning without being graded. They're actually just about 2 years old since we added those in. They're relatively new and they're pretty awesome. They're like little puzzles and games and flashword things that you can do, flashcard puzzles, to really kind of test your own knowledge before you actually sit down and do that test or that quiz. You get immediate feedback, and you can retake them as many times as you need to retain the information. So it's a really nice add-on to our course in recent years. So you go through the course, you've taken the format that's best for you, you finish it up, and what are you going to do with it? Well, some students come to us because they've never worked in the legal industry before. Others are already in the legal industry and they're looking for a pay raise or a promotion. Others are completely changing careers. A little bit of everything. We've got some people that have been working as a paralegal for years but never earned their certificate. So that's where that pay raise promotion may come in, or because the industry's changing. You don't just get grandfathered in anymore. Employers are more than ever before requiring that even their existing paralegals hold a certificate. The difference between a degree and a certificate, a degree will tell an employer and show an employer that you've completed your general education and honestly, you're a more mature adult. That is the social perception of holding a degree, in addition to all the knowledge you gained in that academic world. A certificate shows an employer that you have specifically been trained to do the job. So we have students every day that come to us that may already have a degree in criminal justice, political science, some in paralegal studies, but they still need this certificate. This is what's going to show that employer that you've been trained and you're ready for that job. In addition to the core paralegal certificate that we're talking about today, we also have an advanced paralegal certificate program. This core program today, as we mentioned a few things a couple slides ago, in all the learning objectives for the core program, the advanced one will allow you to build on that knowledge and actually specialize in very specific areas of the law, such as advanced legal research, bankruptcy, constitutional law, criminal law, immigration law, victim advocacy. The advanced program is comprised of all these specialty topics. It is currently only available in the traditional online 7-week format. We do have those 6 online sessions per year, and every topic is available every term. Students are able to take up 1, 2, or 3 topics in a single 7-week term. In order to earn the advanced certificate, you need to do 6. All of this information is available on our website. Our enrollment counselors are very well versed in assisting prospective students about this program. So if you have additional questions, you can call them. For those of you that reside in California, even though you came here today to learn about the paralegal certificate, we're spending a minute to talk about this because California is the only state actually in the country at this point in time that requires a specific number of hours must be invested in substantive legal training. And that is the California Business and Professions Code 6450. So when you're looking into starting paralegal studies, we want to make sure at least our California residents understand that this will be a required next step for you. Once you complete the paralegal certificate, you will have earned that and earn an independent certificate, which will enable you to work in 49 states in our country. To work in California, you'll also need to continue your studies and earn the advanced. At that point in time, you will have earned, completed 24 semester units of substantive legal training, which is how the code reads. And you're working in the legal industry, you need to comply with the code. For those of you in the rest of the country, this is a voluntary measure. I can tell you our enrollment numbers for the advanced paralegal, either individual topics or the program as a whole, are increasing year over year. Our students know it helps them to be more marketable. Even if you're just going to take a couple of topics, the more skills you have, the more valuable you are. In addition to earning a certificate from one of our accredited college or university partners, every student that successfully completes any of our programs, the paralegal certificate, the advanced paralegal certificate that we're talking about today, you will earn a digital badge. We partner with Credly. They are one of the most popular companies that issues digital badges in the world. And this is really an awesome new addition for you, because you can take this digital badge, add it to your LinkedIn profile, on your website, in your email signature. What it's going to do is enable an employer or someone who looks at that badge to not only see that you've earned it and that you've earned it through BARBRI, but the school that we partnered with that issued your certificate. But when they drill down, they're going to see each and every skill that you developed by taking this course. So they're going to know you've got your paralegal certificate, but they're also going to see firsthand exactly what you were trained to do. That's awesome. There's also an entire job hunting section in there where it posts opportunities nationwide. You can drill down into your local geography. So it's a pretty cool employment tool as well. We encourage you to check that out. There is more information about it on our website. You can also email or speak to our enrollment counselors, and they'll give you some added information. They can email it right to you. Once you've earned your certificate, your badge, you're fully trained, where are you going to go? Where can you work? Everyone knows that paralegals work in law firms. That's a given, okay? What a lot of people don't know is they work in so many other places. Real estate, state and county agencies. Every major corporation has a legal department. They hire paralegals. Forensic, the banking industry hires paralegals. Insurance agencies hire paralegals. Just about every large entity you can think of, whether it's even education institutions, hire paralegals. There are opportunities. This is actually one of the most transferable skill sets you can get, and the opportunities are abundant. Not only all of those that I just listed off, but there's also freelance paralegals. One of the awesome things in our course that you will learn is what you can and cannot do with or without the supervision of an attorney. So if you're looking to do some freelance work, if you're looking to become a legal document preparer, those are things you want to pay special attention to when you're taking the course. This program will help you to stand out from the competition. With the completion of this certificate, with the digital badge, with the backing of our accredited college and university partners, you will definitely stand out. You will be well trained and you will be ready to go to work. How much can you make? Between now and the year 2030, there's a 12% expected growth rate, much faster than the average. 52.9 median salary, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. There are some of the different categories that I mentioned earlier. These are jobs that include benefits, health insurance, pretty reasonable hours. There can be overtime. There can be crazy times. If you're working in a firm that's got, cases, a law firm, then there are certainly some extra hours to be added. This is a median salary. Take that for exactly what it means. There's obviously going to be some pockets of the country where the cost of living is lower, salary is going to be lower. But on the other side of that coin, where the cost of living is higher, salaries are as well. How do you enroll? You can do it directly on our website. When you do, you'll absolutely want to select one of our college or university partners. This is a sample list. We actually work with about 150 accredited college and universities at this time, 150 plus. And we're in every state, but about, I think, 4 or 5 right now. If by small chance we do not have a partner school where you live in your state, simply select the neighboring state. Whichever school you select, and we do recommend that our students choose the one closest to them. If you're going to continue living where you are, you're going to be working in that area, it makes sense to pick the school near you. That's who's going to issue your certificate. Okay. You need to do that because CLS doesn't actually issue the certificate. We'll issue your badge, but your certificate's coming from the school. So you do need to select one of those upon registration. On our website, you'll select which course you're looking for, select the state. It's going to populate who we work with in that area. Then you can pick the format and get your books added all into a shopping cart. It's really very easy, extremely user-friendly. Let's go ahead and click to the next slide and talk about the tuition. When you do that, you will see on your screen, once you've put in the course, you've put in where you've confirmed the school that you want to take the program through. Select the format, whether standard online, select the session in which you want to begin, online flex, or live online, and select the time frame you want to take that. Regardless, the tuition is going to be the same. It's $1,895. That will pay for your full training program. Whether it's the 14-week delivered in 2 7-week sessions, it's going to pay for both 7-week sessions. If you're taking the flex class, it's going to pay for the entire 6 months. If you're paying for the live Zoom, it's going to pay for that full 8 weeks. Your textbooks are going to be the same, regardless of which format you select, and they're going to run about $400. We do provide an ISBN number for every single book that we sell in our bookstore, and you're free to shop them out. If you do, make sure you match up that ISBN number. We publish all of that because we've already done the shopping for you. We know that our prices are incredibly competitive, and we'll guarantee to ship the right books all in one package to arrive to you safely. We drop ship all over the world every day. So plan about $400 if you're getting your books through us. We also guarantee to have the most current edition that's being used in the class. The other item you will need is a Westlaw subscription. For students that are taking the standard online, you'll utilize that Westlaw access in the second 7 weeks. Our flex students, when you get to the second half of the course, you will have that activated. And then for our live online, you will need it for the entire time. As far as payment options, actually, I want to backtrack real quick for you. For those of you that do not know, Westlaw Access is a subscription into the online law library system. We train in Westlaw. It is a critical skill that you have, whether you are familiar with LexisNexis or Westlaw. They are simply two products that serve the same purpose. We happen to train in Westlaw because we can get a better rate for you. $89 is enough access for you to complete the second half of that program, wherein you do all of the assignments on legal research. It's hands-on. When you finish this program, you're going to have this skill and you're going to know how to use it. And if you end up utilizing the other system, LexisNexis, those skills are transferable. We do have many payment options available for our students. You can certainly check out on the shopping cart with a credit card and pay that back as your own budget sees fit. That is absolutely an option. But for those that are looking for any type of financing, federal financial aid does not qualify for this program. Federal financial aid is for degree-seeking students when you're going to be in school 2 to 4 years pursuing an associate's or a bachelor's degree or a master's, etc. This is non-credit continuing and professional education. No federal financial aid. However, we do work with a third-party vendor called Affirm. If any of you have ever bought anything, a big purchase like through Wayfair or some other big box store like that, they use Affirm. It allows you to take the total purchase you're making with your tuition and your books and break it into anywhere from 3 up to 18-month payments. And you can certainly fill that out. It is a soft credit check, so it's not going to be a ding on your credit. I recommend that you at least check it out, see if you're qualified. It is a credit-based thing, but they do accept a really wide range of credit, so a lot of opportunity. In addition to that, we also work with PayPal. We do the Pay in 4 option and PayPal credit. We have some other payment options that may vary by partner school, and if you're interested in those, you can certainly speak to our enrollment counselors. Let's talk about this one's important. Let's definitely talk about this. So most of you that are here with us today or watching this video, you're already familiar with this, because if you've signed up and gotten any emails from us, we've notified all our prospective students that are interested in taking this particular course. There's 2 days left. Today, February 8th, this promotion is going to end on Thursday, February 10th. So this should not be news to you, but I want to remind you, if you are interested in taking that flex format for the paralegal certificate course, for the next 2 days, you can get $100 off your tuition. It's a nice little ad. The code at checkout is Flex100. If you want to get into the live classes that are happening this weekend, the live 100 coupon is still good until Thursday, February 10th. If you want to be in that live class, you should try to get registered today. Today, tomorrow morning at the latest. They like to have those live rosters ready to go, because the teachers are expecting so many students and they want to be well prepared for them. So there's 48 hours left on that exclusive offer. We hope you take advantage of it. And let's go on and how to contact us. As I mentioned earlier in this presentation, we do have enrollment counselors, customer service, program management, a full staff of people, all there to support you. They can be reached by 1-800-522-7737 from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. You can send emails to info@legalstudies.com. If you haven't already connected with an enrollment counselor, most likely you have one, and they may have sent you an email. You can simply reply to that. We have live chat on our website, which you can type questions, and our enrollment counselors during normal business hours will respond very quickly. And you can visit our website. There is a wealth of information on it, and it's really pretty easy to navigate. Our web address is www.legalstudies.com.
All right, thank you, Stephanie. As we said, we're going to answer some of your questions here live. If you have a question, please put it in the Q&A and we'll either respond directly or live on the webinar. And again, don't worry, we'll put our contact information up on the screen at the end of the presentation. If we don't get to your question, you can follow up with us afterwards. So Stephanie, we have a few questions about the syllabi and partner schools. So I just wanted to point out again that if you go to legalstudies.com and at the top of the page, you'll see an About CLS button. Under that, you can click Syllabi, where you can see the syllabi for all of our courses, including the paralegal certificate course. And then right beneath that is a link to all of our partner schools, where you can search by school name, city, state, zip code, and find all of the schools that we are partnered with. Our first question is, does the college or university someone chooses change how they'll be educated?
It does not. So I had skipped over that during the presentation, but I'm really glad you asked that question, because I want to answer that in detail now. So the core curriculum that we're teaching in the paralegal certificate is based on a federal level, and it's going to be the same regardless of which format you pick. So all of the content taught is federally based. However, when students complete assignments, they use their individual jurisdiction. So it's not being delivered, a state to state based on whichever school you pick. Everything is federally based, but the assignments you do are based on your jurisdiction. That's where you're going to get some of that geographic specific training.
All right, thank you. Next question, someone is curious if this is a good course to take to prepare for law school.
Absolutely. Law school's expensive. This is a well-paying job. Gets your foot in the door, gets you into the industry. And as a future attorney, you'll be supervising paralegals. I was raised to believe that you're better at a job if you've actually done it yourself, especially if you're going to supervise other people. And this is a great stepping stone. We have students that do it every which way. People that come in and they train to be a paralegal, and that is their career. And they are happy to stay in that role and find it very fulfilling to remain a paralegal. We have other students that come in and law school absolutely is their goal. And this is a natural stepping stone to that. So if that is your goal, this is a great place to start, and we can help you when you complete this and we're ready to take the next step. BARBRI also does hybrid JD programs. We'll certainly help you prepare for that bar exam when you finish law school. And so we can help you throughout your entire legal career. This is the entry level here. And we would be proud to walk with you for as far as you want to go. Absolutely.
Thanks, Stephanie. Getting some questions, people deciding which format is right for them. Can you clarify with the online flex, does that include any interaction with other students?
No, not with other students. You would have interaction with your instructor.
Great, thank you. We have someone wondering, they're interested in starting a paralegal career, but they're in their 50s. Is that a realistic career choice for them?
It is. This is a profession which respects maturity and experience, not just the training that you're coming to the table with the skills, but we train people that are 18, 19, we train people that are 65, 70. And absolutely, if it's a second career or a third career, we have been doing this so long, and we don't have one very specific little age demographic that is here. We have a very large amount of what used to be called non-traditional older students. They're pretty traditional around here, and they are successful in gaining employment upon completion of this program.
Great, thank you, Stephanie. We're getting a few questions asking for more details about payment plans. So I also wanted to point out where you can find that information on our website. Again, if you go to legalstudies.com and under About CLS, you'll see a tab that says payment options, where it goes into detail, both about the Affirm and PayPal, Pay in 4, and PayPal credit options. Our next question is back to our partner schools. Do you actually have to enroll with that partner school to complete the certificate? Like, do you have to work with them, or can you do it all through CLS?
You can do it all through CLS. Your certificate would be issued by that school. But remember, I mentioned CLS works with the continuing and professional education departments at those schools. These courses are open enrollment. You do not need to be a registered student at that institution. We will notify the school that you had selected them upon enrollment, and upon your completion, we will also notify them to issue your certificate. So it will certainly come from there, but you're not going to, in taking this course and selecting one of our partner schools, you won't be a traditional registered student. So no parking passes on campus. You're not going to get access to their library or cafeterias or facilities, but your certificate will most certainly be issued by that school. You do not need to be a registered student. It is open enrollment.
Thank you, Stephanie. We have just a few minutes left on our webinar today, but I think we have time for maybe a couple more questions. So keep them coming in the chat. Let's see, next question we have, someone is interested in taking the paralegal course as well as specializing in victim advocacy. Which course should they take first, or how would you recommend they get that specialization?
I would recommend taking the paralegal certificate first. If you find in the second half of it that you've got a lot of time on your hands and free time, then you could certainly add another course to it, but start off with just this. And if you're planning to take the advanced program, there is a prerequisite that you've completed the paralegal certificate first before you're able to enroll in the full advanced program. So definitely start with the paralegal, and then you can proceed into other courses from there.
Great, thank you. Final question for today that we're going to answer live is, does a student have access to any sort of counselor to help guide them through the appropriate course and help them know how to proceed to advanced courses should they choose to?
If you have made an inquiry about our courses, then you were automatically assigned an enrollment counselor who should have either attempted to leave you a voicemail, connected with you, or sent you an email. If not, you can certainly send something to info@legalstudies.com or do a chat or call us on the phone, and we will get an enrollment counselor assigned to you. They are there to assist you through the enrollment process, answer any questions at this point. Once you become a registered student and your class begins, you will have direct communication with a dedicated instructor for you and have access to our customer service and program management teams.
Great, thank you, Stephanie. With that, we're going to close out the webinar here. Thank you again to everyone for attending today. If you have any further questions we did not get to, please do not hesitate to reach out to us at the phone number, email, or website on the screen. Like Stephanie just said, our enrollment counselors are ready to help you. We will be sending out the video recording of this webinar if you would like to watch it back. So look out for that in your email inbox by tomorrow. And as mentioned, our next traditional online course session begins on Monday, March 7th, but we also have live lecture Zoom sessions starting next week. And if neither of those timeframes work for you and you'd rather complete the course at your own pace, you can enroll anytime in our online flex format. Both of those last two formats, the live lecture and online flex, offering that current promotion of $100 off if you enroll by Thursday, and you can find the details on that as well as the discount codes on legalstudies.com. We hope you all have a great day, and a special thank you to Stephanie for your time today.
Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you in class. Have a great day.